Good afternoon. I'm Bob Freitas with Freitas and Weinberg in Silicon Valley. We're a boutique litigation firm. Our focus is competition litigation and counseling and intellectual property litigation. Most of our IP work involves patents. We typically represent plaintiffs in patent cases, but we also represent defendants. We also do trademark work and some trademark registration also, and copyright cases from time to time. Also in our background, we're all litigation and trial attorneys, and we've done just about every kind of commercial dispute that one can imagine. Well, there's a lot of reasons why being a member of IR Global is very important to us and beneficial to us and our clients. It begins with what's happened over the last 30 years or so as globalization has become a much bigger factor and the world is a smaller place. It truly is. So in a lot of our work, there's an international dimension, whether that involves a client coming from somewhere outside the US or other aspects of the facts we're looking at in a given case, or the location of the witnesses, or the nature of the dispute. It's often got an international dimension. The companies we work with come from all over, and they often have legal questions around the world. It's great for us to be able to refer our clients to high-quality lawyers and financial advisors throughout the world, and it's also great for us to have the opportunity to meet people whose clients have issues in the US that we can help with. There's two things that we try to focus on in our membership with IR Global. The first is just being involved, and the second is getting the most out of it that we can. To us, what that means is getting to know as many people as possible on a personal level, and that's one of the great benefits of coming to the events. We also try to sponsor most of the events. The drinks reception this evening, we will be a sponsor for that. And we feel that that gives us a little bit more exposure within the group. But it's the personal relationships that we strive to build that really drives the benefit that we get out of being in the network. One of the interesting matters that we've been able to refer was a competition law problem in England. There was a client of ours that we'd worked with for quite some time, and a problem came up involving a claim, a cartel claim that was being made by a company in England. And this was of concern because it was an issue that had long ago been resolved as far as we and our client thought. And having this new issue pop up when it did was something that was getting a lot of attention. So we turned to Stephen Hornsby, and he was able to resolve the matter very quickly with no trouble for the client and at a very reasonable cost, I might add. So that was something that worked out very well. It could have been a big problem, but it was taken care of very efficiently. For us, most of the inquiries that we get are about IP issues, and we've also gotten some inquiries about competition questions. Sometimes people are doing deals. They have a question about how U.S. antitrust law might apply. Sometimes issues come up involving claims. And every now and then, someone's trying to structure a transaction, and they have some questions for us, either related to an IP issue or a competition law issue. The West Coast meeting was fantastic. It was very well organized by John Friedman and his staff, and we had a great group. It's a little bit different than the other IR events because it's a smaller group. Well, that was, it worked out extremely well. We got to interact with a small group, although that weekend I didn't have a voice, which made my participation a little bit more difficult. But nonetheless, we got to interact in a smaller group, talking with people who are a little bit closer geographically. And what I was thinking as I sat there and mostly listened, since I couldn't talk, was that getting involved with this group, getting to know them better, is really going to pay off for us as time goes on. There was a good mix of people and practices, not really very much overlap at all in terms of the focus of the practices of the group. It was a great event.